The wind howled and snow and ice pelted the high plains for more than 36 hours. Dairy producers began preparing for the storm days in advance by cleaning pens, building windbreaks, and adding bedding to calf hutches. Even so, area dairies have dealt with death loss, milk loss, power loss, production loss, animal health issues, employee safety, transportation issues, and finally, emotional strain. The full impacts of this storm remain to be seen. Here, a dairy producer and an extension dairy specialist describe the storm and the issues they faced in their own words.
I mean, in order to even start milking, we had to clean out the snow drifts that were behind the barn, and that was an ongoing process. As fast as we could clean it out, the wind was continuing to blow those snow drifts back into the back of the barn, and so we'd have to start again and clean it out in order to keep milking our cows. We had to scrape all of our alleyways, or the mangers where the cows are fed. We would lay down fresh feed for them. We obviously wanted the cows to continue eating and drinking water. So we'd try to limit how much feed we'd put down so snow wouldn't collect on top of it, and then continually running those feed trucks to keep cows fed. The day of the storm, our main concern was our cows and caring for our cows, and we really couldn't work fast enough and hard enough to keep up with the conditions. And so it was just devastating to know what they were going through. I mean, our employees were out in the storm with them. I mean, we know what the conditions were like, and I think that just the cow care was the most devastating part, that we couldn't take better care of our cows.
They go out at 2 o'clock in the morning at -16 and brace these winds in this storm, and work with their employees, and you know, as they can't go home because of the storm, you know, they dry their clothes for them, they wash their clothes for them, they feed them warm meals. Go back out there after a couple of hours of rest and you know, try to take care of animals again, try to put them back in the pens where they belong, and try to take care and try to feed them and try to milk them as they can.
Employee safety was a huge concern throughout the day. I mean, I think that was, you know, obviously cow care was top priority, but I think for me, I was worried about keeping our employees safe. I mean, if someone had gotten hurt, you wouldn't have been able to get out, so that was a huge concern. We were lucky that we didn't have any injuries. Exhaustion was a huge problem. We had, like we said, people working multiple shifts, 40 hours on 5 hours of sleep, so exhaustion for our employees was also a huge concern.
This has been really rough on them, on their families. This is their livelihood. These are the animals that they take care of on a daily basis. And you know, to see that and to not be able to take care of them because of that 48-hour storm, and being out there and not even on your own dairy knowing where you're at, that's tough.
Right now, what we're looking at, the numbers of today, we were looking at 18 cows that we've lost here at this dairy and about 50 calves that we've lost. We lost 6 tankers of milk. They couldn't pick up milk for about 2 days is how long we went without picking up milk, so we were just dumping that milk down the drain. Right now, milk is going for about $16 per 100 pounds of milk, and with 6 tankers, that's about $80,000 that was lost just from milk loss, not including cow losses. Another number that's just coming in over the last couple of days is our production, how much milk each cow is getting, and that's down about 5 to 10% for each cow.
Of course, these cows that haven't been milked for a couple of shifts, their production is probably going to be down, and we'll have to see how that all works out. But production is going to be down, and we just got to get the cows back in the routine, and then we'll see where we're at. One of the things we didn't realize when we found a lot of the day-old calves, they were literally buried behind barriers of snow that had come down behind these hutches. And sometimes 6-7 feet of snow where you couldn't even see the hutches anymore. And when they were dug out by hand, because you literally got to dig the snow out by hand, we would find the day-old calves still insulated underneath the snow and just fine. And bottle of milk, they were hungry, and a bottle of milk, and they were doing fine. So.
Moo!
One of the reasons I work in agriculture is because of the human spirit, and it always amazes me. People coming together to help out and take care of their animals and take care of the resources they're entrusted with. I mean, that to me is something that came out again this week. And when you read those stories and when you see those stories as they're either posted or from talking to people themselves, it's just amazing. And it really is, you know, it's good to be in agriculture.
Milk production may not recover for quite some time. Some dairies were unable to milk for 12 to 36 hours because of power loss or snow drifts blocking the barns. The dairy industry expects to see health issues such as frostbite, pneumonia, and other illnesses in the days, weeks, and months ahead. In Clovis, New Mexico, I'm Erica Goss reporting for AgDay.